I have been super bad about doing garden tours because I've been going fishing a bunch. So I'm going to take a garden tour before I go fishing. Happy Mother's Day! Okay, so we did a bunch of work. We planted the blueberries I bought 2 years ago and trimmed out the edge of the garden bed. And yeah, so I bought some extra little plants to put in here. And then my daughter got me a hortensia or a hydrangea for Mother's Day. So I planted it here. So hopefully it will live forever. We'll see. But yeah, so there's hortensia and then blueberries all around the outside. These are snow peas and sugar snap peas that I started undercover, and then when they got tall, I popped them out and through, and they're starting to flower. So we should get some peas soon. This tomato is doing much better than this tomato. Some basil, chaos, more blueberries, bolted brassicas. This is stuff we moved around, so the garden's pretty chaotic right now. This is my kale bed this year, so trying to protect them from cabbage whites and other nonsense. And then beets. The birds like to eat all of my beet greens. These are now escaping, so this is hilarious. I built this bed on top of my old asparagus patch, so now we have a giant asparagus popping through. And there are beets and onions and cabbages, slug pest damage. It's okay. But yeah, that's why I need to come out here and build a bigger cage, I guess. Because, yeah, these don't fit no more. So that's kind of funny. Whew, they got too tall. That's good. These are cabbages. And then these are broccoli that just got completely decimated by slugs. But the onions and the beets are doing okay. So it's fine. We will resow. Some carrots from last year that are starting to flower and I'll set seed and drop. Some other peas, parsnips that the kids sowed. I let them sow stuff. Yeah, we'll see. More brassicas, more cabbages. Last year's kale that I let flower. This one I think fell off. Yeah, so occasionally the wind breaks it off and these become chicken snacks. Are you down too? No, but there is my slug monsters. This year's Brussels sprouts. We'll see if they get it together. A tomato that I planted on top of a fish because I've been going fishing a bunch, and it's already starting to flower. So we'll see. Yeah, tomatoes and cucumbers in the back, and then these are summer squash in the middle and winter squash on the ends. So it's all starting to come together. We'll see. Eventually I'm gonna pull this off, but I'm just using it to do a little bug protection and to give them extra warmth because we're still not over 10 Celsius at night or 50 degrees at night. We've got like another week, so there's just danger of frost killing their roots, so I'm just trying to protect them a little. This is like nothing. I planted a bunch of beans in here and they haven't come up, so I'm probably going to need to resow them. Those are the last of my onion sets. This used to have a bunch of last year's kale, but the slugs came and ate it all. So I don't know if the slugs came and ate my beans as they were coming up, but we'll see. We will see. It'll be fine. There are worse things to happen. The chickens are very much still alive. Drinking water, being chaos. Oh. And if I can get this in, they will have a snack. Here we go. Boop. Yep. Chickens like snacks. My garlic bed. So I sowed this all last October. this is ground elder. I'm just constantly in a battle with the ground elder. I pull it out and I give it to the chickens. This is chives. So these are delicious and awesome. And I've just got garlic in here. We'll see if the ground elder stunts its growth, but it's just a forest. I've cleared out the ground elder 2 or 3 times already. But yeah, it's just chaos. It's just a never-ending battle. You can eat it, you can use it as like a parsley substitute, and I made gremolata with it, which was really good, but in general, it's more of a pest for me here because it's just too prolific. So we'll see. Oi. Yes, chickens. Cherry bow radishes that have been doing really well, and they're a good size, and they are, as always, riddled with slugs because slugs love radishes, and it is my experience that slugs love radishes. And if you want to protect your strawberries from the slugs, plant your radishes near them. But yeah, we just have been getting a lot of rain, so there's lots of slugs and snails. And the slugs have come in here and eaten every single one of my carrots. So this was a carrot bed until these guys mowed it down. So yeah, you can see like one lingering carrot. So I have to replant this and do something about the slugs. Another bed of brown elder that has taken over. Oh, yeah, not impressed. The greenhouse is mayhem. It's just mayhem. But we have grapes starting. So we're getting grapes. We have more chives. The hydra's doing okay. The spinach bolted, so I replanted it with ong choy, which is water spinach. So we'll see if that germinates. Yeah, it just might be too hot for this plan. It's fine. It's all an experiment. This is my colettes that I bought a pack last year and the seeds were super expensive. So I let it go to seed so that I could save seeds. So we have tons and tons of colette seeds. They're a hybrid. I don't know if these will work, but we'll see. Next year we'll have self-saved colette seeds and we'll do an experiment. And then I have peppers and tomatoes in here, so, and celery, which this is probably a mistake having it in here. And then my ginger and turmeric are finally out, and then forage that it was volunteer from last year. Tomatoes, peppers, my saddest eggplants, fine. Proof of slug damage, because slugs everywhere. Some backups, and some backups. More tomatoes that are flowering, basil for pest control, tomatoes that are looking sad, bolted chard, bolted leeks from last year. So we should get leek seed from that. And yeah, there's just lots going on that needs to get handled. It's bananas. More radishes being attacked by slugs. My potatoes came up, so I've got potatoes all over the place. I've got just along the fence line this year, I put violas, right? Like pansies, violas. I think they're all violas because they have 1, 2, 3, and 2 up. Or maybe they're pansies. No, I think they're violas. I think pansies have 3 on top and 2 little on the bottom, and violas have the 3 down and 2 top. So they get like a little cute lion face. So here they're called pansier. So that's why I never remember what they're supposed to be called. Yeah. Bolting carrots. We'll have lots of carrot seed. Not that I ever am successful with it, but we will. Raspberries, 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 raspberries. Last year's kale being attacked by slugs. It's okay. And then I planted this with corn and pumpkins in the back and beans in the front. So this will be my corn patch if the corn germinates and the ground elder doesn't take over everything. So I have to constantly come in and pull the ground elder out because that's the bane of my existence right now. Yeah. And then I put my sweet potatoes under that big old patch of dirt. So we will see. I started them too early. They got out of control. And now we'll see. This is my oregano bed. This is a problem. It's just a problem. I need to give it a major haircut and preserve it. I pulled out some and brought plants for people at work, but this is still too intense. So I need to pull that and feed it to the chickens. This is my beets and this asparagus plant that I planted a million years ago. But this is going much, much better. If I protect my beets from the birds, I actually might get beets this year. And the greens look amazing. And there's also kohlrabi in here. So, yeah, I'm getting little beets to head up. So, yeah, we'll see. That's a decent beet that's coming along. But yeah, I just have to not harvest too early because I am notoriously bad about that. So yeah, protect from the birds. Don't harvest too early. The birds have been using this as a perch and pooping on my peas, which it's fine. Yeah, and we've got flowers coming, so we should have more peas here soon. And this, I don't think is kohlrabi. I think this is rutabaga. I honestly don't remember. But again, big happy plants when you protect them from the birds that want to eat them. So yeah, we'll see. It'll be good. We'll see. But we have lots and lots and lots of greens that we can eat when when last year's kale is gone. So I've just been harvesting the fake broccoli from there and here. So like I just snap these off and roast them in the oven and they are delicious. But I'm gonna go fishing now. So I'm gonna give this to the chickens. This is chrysanthemum. I planted chrysanthemum in this bed like 3 or 4 years ago, and then I just get volunteer plants occasionally. But yeah, so this will be setting off flowers soon, and it's next to the kids' sandbox, so it makes them happy. I just let it be. Yeah, it's not the best, it's not the worst, but it'll do. And we have plenty of food to feed us and the chickens, and they've already stripped like all the leaves off of that. Hey guys. Alright. Happy Swedish Mother's Day. Thanks for watching. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bunch of jellyfish in the water.